Good morning, everybody. It's Brett, your Thankful Carnivore. It's November the 14th, a Thursday morning, and this is today's Thankful Carnivore Report. I hope everybody's having a great day. I know the winter has smacked a lot of you right in the face. I hope you're staying warm. Let's remember those who don't have a warm place to sleep at night now through the winter in our prayers and thoughts. Because I don't want to read about anybody freezing to death. That's just a pet peeve of mine. Listen, I want to talk to you all today about exercise. And I am a huge proponent of exercise. Had I been made aware of carnivore at a much earlier age, oh my goodness. It's something that I try not to think about a lot, but basically what I would have done is my mindset would have been obviously drastically different than it was for all those years that I was mentally ill and thinking and with my mind actively working against me. But I would have taken better care of I would have exercised. I would have kept exercising because my body really used to matter a great deal to me when I was younger, before I guess the crazy took too deep a hold. Because even in my early 20s, I was still very athletic. I was very active. And even though my diet was garbage, I enjoyed exercise. But I think after a certain point, the inflammation was just too much. My mental illness got too deep of a hold, and the notion of exercise just became another impossibility in my sick mind. But now, as a thankful carnivore, I am a huge advocate for exercising. It feels so good to move around now, because I have complete range of movement and no joint pain. That's such an important thing, in my opinion, for why people should start changing the way they eat. I mean, if you just remove the inflammatory stuff, the sugar and the grains, you're going to feel good when you move around. It's how we were designed. We were designed to move around, to be active, not to be sedentary lumps. And my body wants to move around. I can tell a difference. If I don't get out, this change in the weather, for instance, it started to limit some of my outside activity, because who's going to walk around in a crazy wind chill with precipitation and whatnot? Nobody's going to do that and think it's a great idea, because it's not. You put yourself at risk for illness and all sorts of things. So it's restricting my ability to get outside, but it doesn't keep me from going to the gym. And it doesn't keep me, even if I'm trapped in my home due to the weather, there's still things I could do. There's exercises that I could perform. And one of the things I like to do is beginning Tai Chi movements. I enjoy that a lot. And I get a lot of stretching benefit from it, and it's very soothing and calming for me when I do it. The way I work out when I go to the gym is very specific to my physical situation and the kind of body that I desire. I have never been somebody who wanted to have gigantic biceps and, the big fat neck and all that kind of stuff. I never wanted that from lifting weights. I want to be strong. I want to have great endurance. And I want long muscles. I want long, strong muscles. And that's why I use the low weights, high reps when I'm working out. I'm not there to try to pick up the whole place. For me, doing HIT, that high intensity training, would be very problematic, especially because my musculature, people don't realize my musculature was so weak when I started working out that if I just started doing HIT, I would have shredded muscles What little musculature I had, I would have shredded it to bits. It would have been pulled muscle, torn muscles, another hernia perhaps. And I'm not going to risk that. So it's why I went low weights, high reps. And it's really had a beautiful impact upon my body. It's changing in just the ways I want. I wish it would change a little faster, but I'm patient because I'm in this for the long haul. This body remake that I'm in is going to be a lifetime pursuit because I want my body to always function at its best level possible. Now, one of the things that I've learned since I started exercising is started going to the gym. And I started in January of 2019. It requires real honesty and about how in tune I am or am not with my body. Because I could have severely injured myself on any number of occasions in the first 6 months. I was that weak. My musculature was in that state of non-existence. I can't even say disrepair. It was just like non-existent. I was a twig, and I knew it. So my number one goal was to build muscle without hurting myself. And I've had at times had to stop in the middle of the workout. This was in the early months. And say, I need to quit now. I'm going to hurt myself. I'm feeling that muscle pull too much. When I'm lifting this weight, I'm putting my body at risk. And I also know that injuring myself in the gym would set me back, not just a little while, it would set me back a great while because, listen, even as carnivore, we don't heal at the same rate we do at 58 as we might have at 28, okay? I don't want to put myself in any kind of a situation where I'm going to risk a setback. Now, I'll push limits. Don't get me wrong. I'm pushing limits now. It took me 6 months of lifting this weight to get to the point to where I felt comfortable enough to start going all out. Now I can go to the gym and go all out within that low weight, high rep paradigm and know that I'm going to get the maximum benefit from my experience. Now, I figured this out by listening to my body and recognizing my body's needs and what I prefer. You're going to want to work out differently. You know, there's a whole host of ways that you can work out. There's the high intensity training. There's the body weight where you just exercise with your own body weight method. All of these are very, you could go in and do your standard 3 sets and 10 reps and constantly increasing your weight. Do it however suits you best. But be in tune with your body. Pay attention to what your body's telling you. You work out really hard one day, and maybe you need an extra day's rest. Maybe your muscles after the second day aren't ready. They're still hurting. They're still saying, "Hey, we need to rest a little more." Pay attention. It's okay to rest, to give your body that day of rest rather than risking an injury that'll keep you from working out for weeks or months. Anyway, just some ideas. That's how I do it. I'm not trained. I'm not an expert, but I learned through observations. I've learned a lot from watching other people at the gym who are more experienced, and I'm not afraid to ask questions to those people. Don't be afraid to learn new ways to take care of yourself, new ways to improve your body. Learn from those who know more. No, not a crime to not know as much as somebody else. Remember that. Listen, have a great day. Eat your meat, drink your water. Do the things you need to do to take care of you. If it's walking, lifting weights, running, climbing the Stairmaster, jumping rope. Doing handstands, push-ups, whatever works for you is going to be a good choice. Eat your meat, drink your water, my friends. Always be honest, and yes, please be thankful. We'll talk to you tomorrow.